Welcome to How to Rock Spirit's Sun Moon Alchemy series. This audio was compiled and recorded by Dustin Cormier, a Leo Ascendant Scorpio with Sagittarius Moon, born in the year of the Metal Ram. All the possible Western Sun and Moon sign combinations can be found and learned about here. This information is for educational purposes only. I do not own any of the following content. For more astrology lectures and my own Cosmic Consciousness audio lecture series, check out How to Rock Spirit's YouTube channel, where I rap about everything from philosophy and transpersonal psychology, to psychedelic spirituality, to tantric and occult mysticism, and even to Marx and Engels and the materialist sciences. See you there! Sun in a water sign. Basically motivated by deep emotional yearnings and desires. Recharges energy through intense emotional experience and intimate involvement with people. Sun in Scorpio. Creative energy penetrates surface experience through intense emotional power and intuition. Needs to express one's transformative energy, often into reforming the status quo. Craving for intensity, involving the core of human experience, often seeking this in deep, merging, usually highly sexual relationships. Level of vitality is connected to constant inner compulsive desires, sometimes obsessions. Flow of creative expression can be hindered by emotional fixations, reluctance to be open, and fear of losing control. The moon sign and its element. These notes are also still from Stephen Arroyo's Chart Interpretation Handbook. The element of the moon's sign represents an attunement from the past that manifests automatically, a mode of feeling and being that one needs to be aware of in order to feel inwardly secure and at home with oneself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. By such modes of self-expression, you are satisfying a deep inner need that can give stability to your entire personality. The moon's element also shows how you react instinctively to all experiences, with what energy you spontaneously adjust yourself to the flow of life. Moon in earth signs. Reacts to changing experiences with steadiness and stability. Feels comfortable with self when being productive and working towards goals. Moon in Virgo. Reacts with practical adaptation to all stimuli, responds analytically to all experiences, needs a sense of order in the environment to feel comfortable, refines emotional reactions in order to perfect their expression. Serving others and being helpful contribute to positive self-image and help overcome innate tendency toward guilt and self-doubt. Feels secure through analysis of the physical and emotional world and through making definite, concrete improvements. Need to dissect emotions can inhibit responsiveness. The following information comes from Isabel Hickey's Astrology, a Cosmic Science, copyright 1992 by Isabel M. Hickey Trust. Moon in Virgo. Apt to want to be considered superior intellectually because of a deep-seated inferiority complex. Reserved in expression. Very critical and analytical. Not very loving. Apt to be cranky and fussy about minor details. If afflicted, bickering can become a mania. Irritation leads to bad health, and this position can give indigestion and bad nerves due to negative emotions caused by the desire to perfect everyone else. Very proper and conservative. Needs to achieve adjustment by detachment and non-criticism of others. Strong desire to serve people, but not enough understanding of the other person's feelings. In a male chart, would attract a quiet, reserved, and shy type of mate. If Moon is afflicted, she would be critical and apt to nag. Sun-Moon Alchemy, the elemental combinations of the Sun sign and the Moon sign. The following information comes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Copyright Charles and Susie Harvey, 1994, again in 2003. First published by Aquarian, 1994. Each Sun-Moon type is a combination of elements. In the following descriptions of the element combinations, please remember that the pairing can be either way around. For example, a Fire-Earth combination refers equally to Sun-Fire, Moon-Earth, as it does to Sun-Earth, Moon-Fire. There will be subtle differences, but the dynamic is generally the same. Earth-water combinations. Flanders and Swan sing "Mud, mud, glorious mud," and you do not have to be a hippopotamus to appreciate the qualities of mud. Think of the rich fertility of well-irrigated fields, the potter's clay on the wheel ready to be formed, the clay of bricks and tiles, or the malleable concrete which forms the basis of so much construction. This is one of the most practical, supportive, and nourishing of combinations. It combines the capacity to feel sympathy for others with a devotional determination and enterprising ability to do what needs to be done to meet others' needs. American churchman Reinhold Niebuhr, Sun in Cancer, Moon in Taurus, gives eloquent expression to this type's orientation. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. When the sun is in earth and the moon in water, the individual can readily develop a practical understanding of day-to-day life and seems to have the innate wisdom to know what is important and what is not in a situation. For this type, both practical and emotional needs make sense and should intertwine in a balanced, normal life. Consider this view of the 18th century wit Samuel Johnson, who had Sun in Virgo and Moon in Pisces. A man is in general better pleased when he has a good dinner upon his table than when his wife talks Greek. A bit dated, yes, chauvinistic indeed, but nevertheless, Johnson expresses that practical wisdom and measured sensuality of the earth-water combination. Shadow side. The earth-water individual wants both material and emotional security, and therefore usually views change and challenge as threatening. As a result, there is with this type a propensity to get stuck in the mud, and a danger of getting swamped by duty and slowed down by the inertia of possessiveness and limited viewpoint. Life is highly personal for this individual. What they can see, taste, hear, smell, and feel, and how it might affect their world, is all important to them. The larger, detached viewpoint is usually lost on them. They may need to learn how to move just a little out of their well-defined groove so that life does not become too stagnant. And like quicksand, their minds can suck them down. Relationships. The earth-water person normally finds immense satisfaction in a relationship that brings out the innate dependable, resourceful, gentle, devotional qualities of this combination. This individual feels affirmed and valued when they know they are needed and valued for their useful accomplishments. People with this combination are particularly good at serving and caring for others, and once they find their romantic niche, they get on with nurturing and nest building. Hence, they make excellent partners and tend to prefer sitting around the fire drinking hot cocoa to lots of razzle-dazzle on the town. This type helps to ground and contain the more unstable, exciting fire-air type, and there's likely to be a mutual attraction due to the striking differences. Male versus female. This is a primarily receptive, feminine combination and has all the hallmarks of the female stereotype: caring, domestic, loyal, quiet, and persevering. Both male and female of this type will tend to be introverts and can work well on their own in an artistic medium, but they could also develop a shrewd business sense and do well in the marketplace. They can employ their pragmatism and sensitivity in quiet but purposeful ways, sussing out the climate of the times and the integrity of would-be business partners. The following observations about your Sun-Moon combination are drawn from insights gained from astrologer Jefferson Anderson's book, Sun Sign, Moon Sign, an observation of many different individuals. The writing itself comes from Mantak Chia and William U. Wei's Cosmic Astrology. Copyright 2012 by North Star Trust, published by Destiny Books. Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Virgo. Bloodhound. You have some very strong views and beliefs, and you certainly know your own mind. You actually desire to express your beliefs and opinions even though you are reserved and apparently detached. Maybe you are even a bit too conscious of the world around you at times. You try for perfection in yourself and others, as all Moons in Virgo individuals usually do. You run the risk of being a supercritical person. You might be happy to be a fault finder and doing basically nothing to actually help if things are not what you think they should be. You have the pragmatism and logical abilities of a Virgo, with the astuteness, perceptiveness, and insight of a Scorpio. Very little gets past your sharp perception, and you are intense, quiet, and soft-spoken. Your sensibility helps you to recognize things that others cannot be aware of. The conclusions you draw about life can be amazingly accurate. In addition, you are logical, inquisitive, and discerning. You are a natural detective. Fault finding might be turned against you, subjecting you to relentless self-examination and disapproval. If you hope to use your noteworthy talents, you must learn self-acceptance. As long as you do not lock yourself in an ivory tower, intellectual interests are perfect for the Scorpio Virgo. Detective work, investigative reporting, and scientific pursuits are good choices. You desire an active sex life like all Scorpios. While you are young, however, you may have picked up more than a few inhibitions. Virgo's modesty and puritanism can tone down the full aspect of your extremely sensual nature. You are able to balance the give and take portion of a relationship, and in love, you are a consistent, loyal, and devoted partner if you find the right match. Begin to appreciate yourself, and then you can appreciate others too. Relax at times and enjoy life for what it is, because the world will not always live up to your visions or your high principles. Just go with the flow more often. Preaching and moralizing are things you should watch out for, because your Virgo moon gives you a very moral and sometimes holier-than-thou attitude. You are quite charismatic, and people somehow realize that you are fundamentally intelligent. This is true of your fellow Scorpios. You are also ambitious and determined. You probably have a strong sense of duty and obligation, and you are fulfilled by work. Leaving enough free time for enjoyment is important. Charles and Susie Harvey's sun sign, moon sign. Sun in Scorpio, moon in Virgo. Your greatest strengths. Your straight from the shoulder honesty. An excellent mind. Strong sense of duty and commitment. Capacity for systemic hard work and getting things done. Sense of humor and eye for the ridiculous. Your greatest weaknesses. Narrowness of outlook. Conscious aggression, which can emerge as biting and destructive criticism. An arrogance which assumes that if you can think them up, you are entitled to rewrite the rules. Images for integration. A scientist probes into the mysteries of the cosmos. An artist combines simplicity with intensity in a study of still life. Britain's opera Billy Budd